Why does soft tissue maintenance matter both before and after exercise? This is a great question that came in, and I wanted to make sure that you guys understand that there's literally two different benefits associated with doing soft tissue maintenance, both before and after. Some of them are obvious and some are a little bit more subtle. When we're looking at before exercise, you've got to recognize that the body's going to predominantly keep the blood centralized around the heart. So now you're wanting to go exercise, that blood has got to be distributed to the extremities so that you can get the necessary nutrients, the oxygen into those muscles. And as you start to build metabolic byproduct through exercise, the blood vessels, think about it like a freeway, the blood vessels, the veins, the arteries, everything opens up. Literally, the friction creates vasodilation. You get more and more blood flow. And you also get the veins, which bring the metabolic byproduct out, as well as the blood vessels and the muscles and tissue itself. So I want to now take a look at a warm-up or the soft tissue before you exercise from a completely different perspective, and that is communication. When you start to use a foam roller, trigger point, if you maybe do some contrast therapy, everybody's got different things that they like to use. But for the simplicity of this video, let's say that you're using a foam roller. Well, as you run the foam roller over the tissue, what it does is it sends literally a neuromuscular communication that says, hey, something's getting ready to happen over here. So the roller creates friction. The skin starts to turn red because of the friction. The friction creates heat. The blood vessels open up. Now what ends up happening is the warmth of the friction, the muscle starts to naturally elongate because they warm up literally from the inside out. And what's really, really cool is at a hormonal level, the communication within the body starts to say, okay, we've got some physical exercise going on. Respiration will actually elevate, not because you're physically moving hard, but because you're sending more and more communication. Test it. Start to foam roll and notice that your heart rate will go up 3 to 5 beats, just as a general rule. May go up higher, may go up a little bit less. But this is incredibly important because now we've sent a communication to the muscles to the brain to the vital organs that says blood flow up. Muscle temperature is going up, muscle naturally elongates. We get this thing called the lactic acid shuffle moving that starts to get our brains going and going, okay, we're getting ready to do some work. The presence of metabolic byproducts going to be produced. We've got we have efficient ways to getting that out of the system. Now, you've set the stage, you foam roll, now you go do sport-specific activity, you're going to notice that there's less and less restriction because the muscle is warm and it's elongated. The communication system has opened up all the freeways. Now, oxygenated, nutrient-rich blood's going in, metabolic waste is going out. You have a more efficient warm-up. Now you're done with your exercise, and now I'm asking you to do foam rolling as well. Now foam rolling, contrast therapy, any soft tissue maintenance, even single isolated muscle stretches, what we're trying to do at that point is allow the muscles to come down in temperature very slowly. What we don't want to do is go from in the midst of our workout at a relatively high heart rate and then just shut everything down. What it literally does is it causes, imagine almost like closing a dam. If you wake up in the morning and you're super, super puffy and inflamed, a lot of times that's because you didn't cool down properly. Let the heart rate, let the body naturally slow itself back down. I know sometimes you might be sweaty, it might be nasty, but the physiological benefits, both mentally and physically for that matter, are going to make tomorrow's workout that much better because you warmed up correctly and you cooled down correctly. Now, this is over and above the sport specificity of physical activity warm-up, physical activity cooling down. This is doing the soft tissue afterwards because let's say that you put the muscles under a lot of load. If you start to feel any kind of trigger points, hot spots, tight spots in the muscle tissue, stick with me here. We don't want to let the muscle become cold with the tightness in the belly of the muscle because now the risk of an injury, it goes up quite a bit. Think about that. You have the highest temperature within the belly of the muscle because of the physical activity. You're done. You've brought the core body temperature down slowly, reducing stress. Now you do the foam rolling. You find any trigger points. Now tomorrow when you wake up, you don't have anything that's going to slow you down. Trigger points are also a future site of an injury, so it's a win-win, win-win-win for you. When you're done with your physical activity and you do your soft tissue maintenance, you'll actually find that you're going to sleep better because you've gotten a lot of that tension out of the tissue before you tried to lay down. So as always, you guys have great questions. We're seeing more and more questions come in every day. I wanted to make sure that you clearly understood the benefits of doing soft tissue maintenance before and after. Like I said, it'll help increase the productivity of this workout, and then by doing it correctly post, it's going to set the stage for either your second workout of the day or maybe even tomorrow. I want to say thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this video. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Every day here on Coach Robb Beams on YouTube, we put out a video every day answering a question, clarifying a frustration. Please send your questions in to us at contact@coachrobb.com. Like I said, we're answering a question every day, and we hope to be able to see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much for your time.